you ready?
All right, let's go. Welcome to the Crypto Walk with Alex Dozier. We're going to do a market update. We're going to talk about BTC. We're going to talk about what I am buying during the dip. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. What are you buying during the dip? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get it. All right. So the big news that's been going on everybody's looking at, which apparently happens every month. At the end of the month, options start to expire. Basically, options are people making bets on where a price is going to be. Okay. Um, so they start making the bets, and when the options are getting ready to expire, basically they have to do something about it. So if let's think about it. So okay, if you're a big money manager and you put a bet that Bitcoin was going to be below 50,000 by the end of the year. And in order for you to win that bet, Bitcoin has to be below 50,000 for the year, right? Correct me if I'm wrong because I don't really get into options, okay? Please comment below if I'm being a complete idiot, but this is my understanding. So what the big movers do, what the big money people do is if the price isn't going to be where they want it to be, they will tank the dang thing to get it where they need it to be. Because let's just be honest, okay? The crypto market is worth I think we're down to $2.2 trillion. You and I do not have trillions of dollars. Okay, when the market moves by this much money, it's big money mover, big whales making the moves. Okay, so that's apparently what's going on. Why Bitcoin is slumping, and we all know if Bitcoin slumps, it takes everything with it. So Bitcoin slumps to below 48,000 ahead of the 6 billion option expiring. A total of 129,000 option contracts worth more than 6 billion are set to expire on Friday. So not only is it the end of the month, it's the end of the year, obviously, right? So big thing. Uh, we'll see what happens. When I get to Bitcoin, I will tell you, I like its price movement. It's actually doing some good things. So when you look at the bubbles, we all know I love the bubbles. There is a few things in green, and I will tell you, sometime in the middle of the night, around like 6 or 7 a.m. Well, I guess this morning, um, Bitcoin bounced off of its support line of 46.5. Okay, so it bounced off of that, and when it started to shrink its negative, that's when these green bubbles started popping up. Okay, so if Bitcoin can continue to rise, especially if it can turn positive again, the market follows Bitcoin. I think it will take the rest of the market with it. So, um, out of what's green, nothing I own. Rose is obviously the biggest one, 13.9, near again. They had some news recently. H&T, could be wrong. I believe it's Helium. Yeah. Which I plan on doing some mining here soon. And I hear Helium is one of the good ones to mine. So I might start getting interested in that. We'll see when I get ready to do that. So just looking at the pricing that's going on, so you'll see we're down to 2.25 trillion. That is a decrease of 2.64% over the last day. Not a big deal. I mean, it's trillions of dollars, so when you lose 6%, I guess it's kind of a big deal. But to me, Bitcoin being down 2%, that's just not a big deal. It was down 4 or 5% earlier, so it's actually been bouncing back up. We'll get to that here in a second. Right up here, baby. Ethereum down 2.5. I could tell you if I had some dry powder, which I think I'll be getting some dry powder tomorrow, Ethereum's a buy for me anytime it's below 4,000. So I'll be looking at that. I'll also be looking at Solana. If I had enough dry powder to throw into everything, if I could double my portfolio in one day with fresh powder, I would just literally copy my entire portfolio, except for SHIB. I wouldn't buy more SHIB. Ethereum, that's a buy for me. Solana at 176, definitely a buy for me. I don't get into Cardano or XRP. Polkadot down 2.4%. I am not in that. Avalanche is starting to tank. It's down 13% for the 7 day, down 6% today. Dogecoin, you know, trash. Get rid of it. SHIB, if it goes below quad 03, I might buy some, only to reduce my average buy price. That would literally be the only reason, because I think it can bounce up to quad 04. It can get close to quad 05. And if I can bring my average to at least quad 04, at least I can start to be closer to making money. I haven't completely lost faith in the project. I mean, it's still sitting at $19 billion, but man, the price action on this thing is just depressing. But again, I got into it, you know, early November. If you got into it at the beginning of the year, you're sitting here in the green by a lot. So it's really all about when you bought it. Polygon, haven't done my research on that, but it's down. You could almost consider it flat, honestly. It's down 1%. No big deal. Crypto.com, anytime it's in the 50-cent range, I think it's a buy. I probably won't buy any until it gets to actually 50 cents. It's still up 6% for the 7 day, down 3% today. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I'm sitting on quite a bit. I don't really plan on adding any more unless it gets below 50 cents. I think it's a buy here, just not for me. And this is not financial advice, so do your own research. I'm just talking. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. Interesting. So the stablecoin DAI is slightly below $1. So I watched a video on Coin Bureau about it, and I'll be interested to see. There's something that they have to do to make it bounce back to $1. I'd have to rewatch that video. It's been a while since I watched it. Mana, another coin that I own. We're down 4% today, sitting at $3.41. It's still up 2.8% for the week. I will say it's not, it doesn't take up a lot of my portfolio, but it is my largest gain. And I've actually profited off of it already. So I'm not looking to add any more at $3.40. If it gets below $3, I might consider it. Herdera, hash bar, H bar. I don't get into this, but the guy I follow on TikTok and watch some of his videos on YouTube, he's really heavy into it. Same guy that's into XRP, Crypto Mason. Feel free to check him out. And Filecoin, I don't care about that. Gala, I will tell you, anything below about 50 cents for Gala, I would start to consider it. I really wanted to get into it. They have a lot of projects coming up soon that, not necessarily soon, but they do have a lot of projects in their pipeline that if you can get in now, and then when the projects start to drop, that might be a good play. I'd have to really, again, Coin Bureau did a great video on that recently. I would suggest you take a look at that. Fear and greed, not something I want to look at every day, but it is interesting to check and talk about every once in a while. So we're at a 27 fear. We were just sitting at a 41 and a 45. So the fear is here, and fear is equal sell off. BTC, let me move myself out of the way so we can talk about it. So I made a video a few days ago, probably last week, and talked about how 46.5 seemed to be a great level of support for BTC. And as you can see, it's 40 down here, bounced off, didn't get quite as low as 46.5, but still, even every time it got down to 46.5, bounced up, boom, 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 boom. And then this was the last time it was at 46.5 when I made the video, and I talked about how, let me look, triple bottom, right? So I talked about how I thought it was going to bounce back up because it kept finding a line of support at 46.5. And then it jumped up, boom, 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 boom. I mean, major green, we got all the way back up to 51.6. I mean, that's a heck of an increase. Good things, good things. Then we get this sell off due to the options expiring. And I was very intrigued last night. I mean, I'm checking this thing often because I wanted to see if it would test that line of support at 46.5 again. And it got right there at it and then bounced right back up. So I think that's good news. That is a definite line of support. I mean, I'm on a pretty decent chart here. I think I'm in a full month, and every time I hit 46.5, boom, bounces right back up. So I like that as a good line of support, which means anytime it's below 50,000, that's a good buy. I think Bitcoin's a good buy regardless at any price, because it's the future. It's only going to go up from here. Not saying there won't be dips. There's obviously going to be dips. It's freaking crypto bear market coming if we're not already in it. So I mean, there's going to be retracements. I get it, but it has found one heck of a support line at 46.5. So what did I buy during the dip? Move myself back to this corner here. So I bought some Arweave last night. Actually, I think I might have bought. No, I bought some last night. I bought half my bag for Arweave, I think 2 days ago, and then I bought the other half last night. So it's actually in the green right now. It's at a 2.3% increase for the day. So I I wanted to buy it last week, but for some reason I couldn't. I had a heck of a time trying to buy it, and I was kicking myself because I wanted to buy it around. I think I made the video around 54, 55, or maybe I tweeted it. I don't know, but I wanted to buy it around 54. Well, it jumped up like the very next day, if not 2 days later, and got up to the 60s. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh man, I missed it. That sucks. But then the sell off happened, and I'm like, oh, back in the buy range. So for me, it's somewhat of a speculative play. I believe in the project. I like it. It is a supporter. It handles the data for Solana, which I'm a fan of Solana. So, and I hold Solana. So, if I believe in Solana and they handle the data for Solana, and I think Solana is going to go up, which means if they go up and they handle more business, they're going to have more data. Well, somebody has to manage the data. Here we go, Arweave. It's the number two storage coin behind Filecoin. And then the other thing that I was bullish on it was the fact that it's in the top 60. I think we're up 58 today or something. I lost it, but it's in the top 60 of all coins on CoinMarketCap, but it's not on Coinbase. So my bet is I think the project is good and all that, but I also think they're going to get listed on Coinbase at some point. I have no idea when, but I could just see it coming. And when it does, I still believe in the project. I'm going to profit take, buddy. Believe you me. The other thing I bought, which was purely speculative, I did not put a lot into it. I think I bought a few million shares just because. One of the guys I follow on YouTube, Oscar Ramos, he talked about it. He's a bullish on it. It's called VVS, VVS Finance, ticker symbol VVS. So it's VVS Finance is a decentralized finance and automated market making platform on the Kronos network by Crypto.com. Again, I believe in Crypto.com. I believe in CRO. If I'm bullish on that, on the company, then I'm going to also be bullish on the companies that are helping them do their business. Because as Crypto.com grows, well, so does the companies that are performing the groundwork behind the scenes for them. And if you look at it, the only exchange that has VVS Finance is Crypto.com. So if VVS Finance can get momentum, can start getting some other business besides crypto.com and things like that, then you got Binance wanting to list it at some point. You've got all the other random exchanges that I don't really care about, but every time it gets listed on something, it's going to pump a little bit. And then, of course, obviously, Coinbase. Now, it could be 2, 3 years before any of this happens, but I'm in early. I got a few million shares. If I lose it all, I don't really care. It's fine. Okay. Uh, I I I doubt highly that I'll buy more into it. It was more of just buy, hold it, leave it forever. I believe I haven't gotten into it too deep yet, but I'm pretty sure I can actually stake my VVS finance. So we'll see. That's all I got to talk about today. Again, please let me know in the comment, what are you buying? What should I be looking at? What should I be talking about? Uh, Give me that shout out, and I promise you I will give it consideration. All right, then. Peace.